Hey, welcome. Thank you for tuning in. My name is Markus, and today with this beautiful panorama here in Portugal. Today's class is going to be a slow, deep stretch class. So we're going to move a bit slower. We're going to stay a little bit longer in the poses. We're going to hold the poses for a bit, giving our body time to ease into the stretches. As always, just go as far as it feels good. And yeah, hope you enjoy this class and see you on the mat. Okay, let's start in a lying position. So we come onto our backs, and you can decide, you can either start in the revolved butterfly pose with the soles of the feet together. If that's too much in the hips, you can also keep the knees facing up or take a Shavasana to start with. Good. And then in this lying position, you can either have one hand on the belly, one on the chest. You can keep both arms next to the body. Also here, choose what feels best for you. And then gently close your eyes and take your time to arrive on your mat. Scanning through the body, observing how the body's feeling today. Always feeling a bit different from day to day. And just recognize those little changes. Slowly bring the awareness to the breath. And with every inhalation and exhalation, we breathe in and out a little bit deeper. Taking a few more deep breath in, deep breath out. Good. If you have the legs in revolved butterfly, bring the hands to the outside of the knees. We close the legs together and we pull both of our knees in towards the chest, and then bringing some small circles into the hips. So opening the knees out to the side, bring them to the front, close them together. Good. And switching the directions of the circles. One more round. Bringing both knees in again, and then just release your left foot down to the mat. Right foot comes up towards the ceiling, and we reach with the right hand to the outside of the right foot. You can keep that left hand either on the hip or on the floor, and then pulling onto the foot, bring this right knee in closer towards the body, into this half happy baby. Good. And slowly releasing the right foot back down, we bring the left knee in, again through the inside, taking the outside of the left foot, and then pulling this left knee into the body slightly towards the side. Good. And slowly releasing also the left foot, bringing both knees one more time in, And then slowly rolling back and forward. And we find into a seated position, rolling over the knees onto all fours. Bringing the hands underneath the shoulders, knees below the hips. And we're just moving through some cat and cow movements, bringing some activation into the spine, some movement into the spine. Inhale, chest reaching forward, belly drops down. And exhale, pull the navel in round your spine. And then if you want, add a bit of more movement, going left, right, maybe even shifting the weight slightly back, forward, in every direction that feels good. Good, and find back into your table. And then we take the left hand forward, so the inside of the hand facing the right side. Now keep this arm all the way up, and then we rotate from the shoulder, bringing the hand out to the side, and then the tops of the hand lands on the lower back. Good, release, keep the arm up, reach all the way forward. Good, bring it all the way back. And again, reach to the front, rolling from the shoulder. Mobilizing our shoulder before we're going into the stretch. Last time, bringing the left hand back, all the way to the front and down to the mat. Same thing on the right side. Right hand reaches forward, inside of the hand faces the left, rolling in from the shoulder and placing the tops of the hand onto the lower back. Good, last time, bringing the right hand back. All the way forward and down to the mat. Now keep the hips over the knees and just walk your hands out in front and lower down with your chest and the chin down towards the ground. You can also come onto the fingertips here, reaching the hands away, opening up the shoulders. We slowly walk the hands back in underneath our shoulders. And then with your inhale, take the right leg back and then bring it all the way over towards the left side. And then we side bend from the torso, creating length in the right side of the body. Looking towards this right foot. And then first, bring the torso back towards the center, lift this foot up, bring it all the way straight back. We pull the knee into the chest, and then stepping the foot in between, we find our low lunge. And then first here, keep the hands either to the hips, to the outside, or one to the front, one to the back, and then bringing some hip tilts into this low lunge. So tilting forward, bring it back in, inhale, tilt, exhale, tuck the tail under. Good. And then keep the tail tucked under, reach both arms overhead, interlace your fingers, and then side bend over towards the right. Feeling the length in the left side of the body, also feeling maybe in this left hip region, our psoas stretching. Good, bring it back to the center. Release the left hand all the way out to the side. Take the right hand behind your head and then side bend over to the left. So rolling the chest open and side bending to the left. Good, bring it back to the center. Both hands to the mat, right knee next to the left one. Good, we take the left foot back and then all the way over towards the right, and then side bend over from the torso over to the right, looking towards the left toes. Good. First bring the torso back to the center, lift your left foot at the back, bring it all the way straight, and then pull the knee into the chest. Step the foot in between the palms. Again, first come up into the slow lunge, taking one hand to the front, one to the back, or both to the sides of the hip. Inhale, tilting forward, and exhale back. Inhale, exhale in. Inhale forward and exhale. In. Good, one more time. And again, we keep the tailbone tucked under, reaching both arms up, interlace the fingers, side bend over to the left. And inhale, bring it back to the center. Again, you can take already the left hand next to the behind your head. The right hand reaches all the way to the side towards the floor, and then we side bend over to the right. Keeping the chest open, so we're not closed here, but rolling open, and then side bend. Good, and then bring it all the way back in. Both hands down to the mat. We take the left knee back next to the right one. Then lower down, chest and chin. Inhale, sliding forward and up, small cobra. And exhale, tuck your toes and lift back up, first down dog of today. Good, walking out our dog. Bending one knee, bending the other knee. With the next inhale, take your right leg up. Step the foot in between your palms. Again, we lower the left knee down. And then open the right knee out to the side. Take the right hand on top of the right knee. Roll the chest open. And you can decide here if you either keep the knee open or also first bring some movement in by opening the knee out to the side, bring it slightly in. And then you can keep the foot or the knee out to the side. Reach your right hand all the way back, bend your left knee, hold on to the foot. Keeping the chest open. And if there's room, maybe we can even shift the weight a little bit further forward, opening our left hip flexor. And slowly release the left foot back down. Take the right hand again forward. And then lengthen your right leg. Inhale, rebend. Good. Exhale, shift the weight back, lengthen the right leg. Inhale forward and exhale back. Inhale forward, exhale back. This time we stay back. Try to keep the length in the spine, the chest reaching forward. So maybe the hands are here, maybe the hands are even a little bit closer in. And stay with the breath. Even though we're holding the poses, we still focus on the breath. Slowly rebend your right knee. Tuck the back toes under. This time we step back into plank. And then we go knees, chest and chin. Inhale, small cobra. And exhale all the way back up, downward facing dog. Inhale, take the left foot up. Step it in between the palms, right knee lowers down. The right hand stays on the inside, left hand on top of the left knee, and gently pushing the knee out to the side. And again, you can bring some tiny movements in first. And then holding the pose, again rolling open from the chest. Coming to the outside of this left foot. And keep your knee open out to the side. Bend your right knee, hold on to the foot. Keeping this chest rolled open. And then maybe there's room to shift the weight further forward and down. Good. Slowly releasing the right foot back down. Left hand comes back forward. And then with your next exhale, lengthen your left leg, shift the weight again back. Inhale, come forward. And exhale back. Inhale forward. Exhale back. In and back. Good. Inhale. Next time we're back, we're staying here, folding over this left leg for half split. And try to keep the length in the spine. The chest wants to reach forward. Slowly rebend your left knee. Again, tuck the back toes under. We step back into plank. And then you can take knees, chest, chin if you want. Take full chaturanga. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Rolling the shoulders back, legs are engaged, knees are off the ground. Back to down dog. Inhale, taking the right leg up. Step the foot in between the palms. This time we find high lunge. And similar to what we did before in the low lunge, we take one hand to the front, one to the back. And then first tilting the hip forward and back. Good. Taking the arms, reach them overhead, sinking a little bit deeper into our front right knee. Good. And then slowly release your hands down. Take the back foot a little bit closer in and flat down to the mat. Toes are pointing to the side and forward. We lengthen the right leg. Taking the hands behind either the elbows or our prayer position in the back. Inhale, hips are facing forward. And exhale, fold over this right leg. Again, we keep the length in the spine. pulling the right hip slightly in and back, staying with the breath. Good, and then slowly lift it halfway up. Release your hands, bend your right knee, both hands come in front of the foot, and then lift the left foot as high up as you can for standing split. And take the right hand behind, reaching for the right ankle. Good. First release the right hand, and then the left foot steps all the way back to the mat. Lower your left knee, you can untuck the toes. And then first we come again on into the slow lunge, both hands on top of the right knee. And first tuck the tailbone under. And then we bend our left knee, first reaching back, with the left hand. So finding this balance here first. And then maybe that's enough. If you're stable, release the right hand back. Take both hands towards the left ankle. And then also here you can play around a bit with this, tucking the tailbone and tilting forward. Just see how this feels. And then finally we want to keep the tailbone tucked under. And then if you can keep this tailbone tucked under and yet there's still room, maybe the entire weight is shifting a little bit forward. So not leaning forward, but we keep it upright and we sink a little bit deeper into this right knee. Slowly releasing the left foot all the way down. Take both hands to the inside of your right foot. So maybe the right foot has to step out a little bit. And then also here, you can bring some movement in by opening the right knee out to the side and bring it slightly back in. So open and in. And then bring the knee all the way back in. And then you can either keep the back knee on the mat, or you lift the knee off and then find your lizard pose. So this also works with the back knee on the mat. And if you don't come all the way down with your forearms, you can stay on the hands, keep the elbows bent, or you take something underneath the forearms, like a block or like a book. Still long, deep breath in, long, deep breath out. Good. Slowly we come back onto our hands. If the knee is still on the floor, lift it up, step back into plank, and then you can go knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, take the left foot up. Step the foot in between the palms. And then first take it up, high lunge. The hands, again, either to the side, one to the front, one to the back. Inhale, tilt forward. Exhale, tilt forward. No, inhale, tilt forward. Exhale, we bring it back in. Inhale, in. Exhale back. Good. In. Just playing around again with this movement in the hip, with the pelvis, tilting forward and back. Good. And keep the pelvis tucked under. Reach the arms up. Sink again a little bit deeper into the left knee. Good. Release your hands down, back foot comes a little bit closer in and flat down to the mat. Toes are pointing forward and out to the side. Hips are facing to the front, either again elbows or your prayer position in the back. Inhale and exhale, fold over your left leg. Left hip again, pull slightly in and back. Lift it halfway up. Release the hands, bend your left knee, both hands in front of the foot, and then lift this right foot as high up as you can. And maybe the left hand reaches behind. First release the left hand. The right foot comes all the way back to the mat. Right knee lowers down again. Lifting it up into the slow lunge, both hands on the left knee. Good, and then find again this balance. Tailbone tucked under. The right knee bends. First reach back with the right hand. Good. And then if this is stable, take the left hand back. Bring the shoulder blades together. And then if there's room, start to sink a little bit further forward into the left knee, keeping the torso upright, just shifting the entire weight forward without leaning. Slowly releasing the right foot again back down. Both hands to the inside of our left foot. Again, maybe adding first some movement by bringing the knee out and in. Good, and then bring the knee all the way back in, both hands underneath the shoulders. You decide if you want to keep the right knee on the mat, keep it on the mat, but you can also lift it up and then find into your lizard pose. Come all the way back onto the hands. Step the left foot back into plank. And then knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga. Inhale, up dog or cobra. And exhale, down dog. Take the right foot up. Step the foot in between the palms. This time open your back foot flat to 90 degrees. Toes point out to the side. The right hand to the inside of the right foot, left arm opens up. And then keep everything as it is from your center. Lift it up into a warrior two on the right side. Slowly lengthen your front leg. Pivot the front foot in. So the outside of the feet are parallel to the short side of the mat. Hands towards the hips, inhale. And exhale, fold forward. And then slowly lift it halfway up. And then we walk the hands all the way over towards the left foot, and then take this left hand behind your left leg. The right hand comes for the right ankle, and then the left hand can hold on to the right forearm. Good. Coming or bringing our chest and the forehead a bit closer towards the left chin bone. And then if you want to go just a step further, you don't have to bend your right knee and lengthen again out. One more time, right knee bends and lengthen. Good. Release. Walk the hands back to the center, all the way over to the right. This time right hand comes from behind the right thigh, left hand on top of the ankle, and then you can hold on to your left forearm, to the left wrist. If you want, bend your left knee, lengthen. One more time, bend the knee and lengthen. Good. And then slowly release again. Come one more time back towards the center. Inhale, halfway lift. And we walk the hands all the way back to the front, towards the right foot. And then this time we step the left foot also to the front, and we let ourselves hang forward. You can grab opposite elbows. Maybe also adding some movement if it feels good. If not, just let your head and the torso hang forward. Good. Slowly release both hands back down towards the mat. And we step the right foot all the way back towards the mat. The toes again open to the side. Left hand to the inside of the left foot. And inhale, right arm opens towards the sky. Good. From your center, lift it back up. Warrior two. Lengthen the front leg, pivot the foot in, outside of the feet parallel, hands behind your back, interlace the fingers, inhale, and exhale, fold forward, reach your hands overhead. And inhale, lift it halfway up. Release both hands underneath the shoulders. We walk the hands again towards the left front foot. Both feet pivot forward. We step the right foot forward. Again, one more time, standing forward fold. This time, bend your legs. Take your hands behind your legs. And here make sure that the belly is in contact with the thighs. And now, again, create a bit of length in the spine. Try to keep the contact with the belly and the thighs, and then lengthen the legs. So maybe the legs won't come all the way straight. Just go as far as you can keep the contact with the belly and the thigh. And just staying with this movement for a few more times. And then the next time you lengthen your legs, stay again in this forward fold. Again, keep the contact with the belly and the thighs, or rather keep the knees bent a little bit. And slowly bend your knees a little bit more. Release the hands in front of your feet. We step the left foot back. Tiptoe your right foot over to the outside edge, to the left outside edge of the mat. And then lower your right shin bone down to the mat. Untuck your back toes. Make sure the left toes point towards the back. And then first stay here. And maybe also here we can bring some movement into the hip. So maybe it's some small circles. So try to feel those movements. There might not be a lot of movement, but similar to what we did in the slow lunge and high lunge when we tilted from the hip. You also want to bring some tiny movements here in this pose. Good. And then first stay upright, make sure the hips are facing forward, and then walk the hands out in front. You can stay on the forearms, you can reach the arms all the way out in front. Good. If you're still on the forearms, take the arms, reach them out in front, and then we walk both hands over towards the left. So we side bend to the left. And here, make sure you reach all the way forward the right hand, and at the same time, our right hip, our right glutes wants to lower down. So we have these two directions. The right hand reaches forward, and the right hip wants to reach back, come down towards the mat. Slowly bring the hands back towards the center and then walk them all the way in. This time we sit onto the right side, so sitting all the way on our right glutes. And then we take the left foot all the way forward and over. Good. Lean forward, come onto the knees, stack both knees on top of each other. So we're having the left knee on top of the right knee. So maybe the knees have a bit of space like mine do because my hips are super tight. So that's also fine. Should feel a nice stretch here on the outside of the hips and the glutes. And then you can either sit here if that's already too much. If you want, take the right hand behind, the left hand also, you roll in from the shoulders as we did before. Take it from below and then hold on to the hand. If you can reach your hand, just stay wherever you're at. Good. First release your hands. And now to switch the sides. So we have the left knee on top of the right one. We turn over to the right. Then push into the feet. Coming again into this standing forward fold. And then start from the left knee. And then roll again all the way over. And then we sit with the right knee on top of the left one. Also here, come forward onto the knees. Try to stack both knees on top of each other. And then sit back between your heels. Again, the knees might open a little bit. If this transition didn't work, just find into the other side with the right knee on top of the left one. Good. Again, you can either stay here, or this time left hand coming from the top, the right hand from below, and maybe holding onto the hands, and maybe if you can reach them, just stay. So there's also always a good side and a bad side. So this is also my bad side. So here I can't reach the hands, but you can still stay in this pose. And then slowly release the hands first. Lean over towards the left side, and this right foot comes all the way towards the back, and then with the help of your hands, you can adjust yourself, finding this pigeon pose on the left side. Back to right toes are pointing towards the back. And first keeping the hands on the mat, and we try to bring some movements into the hips. Again, there might not be that much movement going on, but just try to feel into the body. Feel the sensations of this movement. Good. And then first find back to stillness. Make sure the hips are facing forward, and then walk the hands out in front. You can either stay on the forearms or reach the hands already all the way out to the front. Good. If you're still on the forearms, reach the arms out in front and walk them over towards the right. Again, the left hip wants to roll back and down towards the mat at the same time. And slowly walk the hands back towards the center, underneath the shoulders. Again, this time sitting all the way towards the left side. The right foot comes again all the way forward, but also this time left foot lengthens forward. Finding into seated, you can release some flesh from underneath you. Legs are straight. Inhale, take the arms up. And then first we reach forward, forward, forward as far as you can. Again, we want to close the gap between the thigh and the belly. Reach forward, forward. And then slowly lower down into the forward fold. If that's too much with the knees straight, you can also here bend your knees just a little bit, similar to what we did in the standing version. Again, we want to keep the connection between the belly and the thigh. Chest reaching forward, keeping the length. Really slowly come out of the pose. Come back up to seated. Bend both of your legs. And then take the hands behind your thighs and roll yourself onto the back. You can keep the right knee in, left foot lowers down to the mat, right ankle on top of the left thigh. Reach through with the right hand, left hand from around either onto the chin bone or to the thigh. Pull the left knee in towards the body, right knee opens to the side. Again, also here, we pull the left knee in, and at the same time our hip, our lower back wants to roll back down towards the mat. So we're not lifting our butt off the mat, but we want to roll it back down onto the ground. Good. Release the hands, release your left foot down, and then cross your right leg over the left one, maybe hooking even the toes around your left calf. Left hand on the right knee, right arm opens to the side. We let the knees sink over towards the left, looking over to the right into the twist. Good. Bring it back to the center. Untangle the legs. Left ankle on top of the right thigh. Left hand reaching through, right hand from around. And again, pulling the right knee in, left knee opens to the side. Slowly release your right foot down, left leg over, or maybe all the way around your right leg. Left arm opens to the side, and then let your knees fall over to the right. Bring the knees back towards the center, untangle the legs, and then bringing both knees one more time in towards the chest, feet up towards the ceiling, reaching through with the arms through the inside of the legs, taking the outside of the feet. So we finish with our happy baby. Started the class with half a happy baby, and now we finish it with the full happy baby. Also, you have the sensation of the lower back rolling back into the mat, pulling the knees in towards the body. Slowly lower out of the pose, lengthen the legs out in front for a final relaxation for Shavasana. Arms are next to the body, palms facing up, feet fall open to the side. Letting go, releasing into the mat, into our Shavasana. Slowly start finding back. Start moving the fingertips, toes. Maybe reaching the arms one more time long overhead. We bring the knees in towards the body and we roll it over onto our right side. And with closed eyes, find back up into a seated position. And taking our awareness, our focus one more time into the body, scanning from head to toe, toe to head. Maybe also feeling the difference from before the class. Bringing both hands together in front of the heart. We bow our forehead to the fingertips, thanking ourselves that we took time for our practice, for ourselves, doing something good for body and mind. You can slowly bring the head back up and Namaste. Thank you all for joining. I hope your body feels nice and stretched out. And yeah, hope to see you all soon. If you like the class, make sure to like and subscribe. And yeah, see you soon. Thank you.